troublemakers in detention. You kids know what to do.
So what's the plan?
Break out of school, find our boyfriends, and beat the life out of whoever took them.
Good plan.
Thanks. I just came up with it.
Whoa, you are like crazy smart, Misako.
Tomorrow's lunch is vegetables and rice. Don't let those girls out of here.
I wonder who took Kunio and Ricky.
I wonder who sent us that text message.
Yeah, huh?
Check your phone, Kyoko.
For what?
To find out who sent us that text.
Oh yeah! It says, blocked caller. That's a weird name. Oh, look. Those girls seem nice.
Yeah, but they're crazy.
Oh?
They think they're dating Kunio and Ricky.
What? They better not be!
Relax. Their brains are just broken.
Gonna be a lot more broken if they ever touch my...
Welcome, students. Today, we're going to learn about puberty.
Puberty? But I don't know what that is.
That's because you're ignorant, Timmy. Puberty stands for punching until bricks explode right towards you.
Wow.
Now do you understand?
Not
Which way are we headed?
Downstairs. We'll exit through the front.
Great plan.
I just hope Miss Suzu's not here to...
Today is School Spirit Day. Show your school. Spirit by destroying those girls. You students are a disgrace. Oh well, at least she'll stop them.
No sign of security.
Maybe she's on break.
Uh-oh. Out of
Get over here! Stop moving! Hold still so I can smack you! You're embarrassing me!
Wow, this mod makes the game a lot better. It has cutscene skipping. It shows you damage numbers. Now you know what to like actually optimize in a combo instead of just guessing.
just to get out of that crappy school.
For sure. Wanna go see a movie?
We're looking for our boyfriends, remember?
Oh yeah. We should ask if they wanna go too.
Let's go find that creepy guy.
Oh, come on. I beg you. Oh, hey there!
More customers? Whatever. Fine. I look fabulous.
Here's your burger. Dang. That must be his house.
He's got the keys. Don't wake him up.
He's acquired. Let's get back to...
We got the keys. See?
Come on, I beg you.
Oh.
Hello.
Is this a construction site? It's so yucky.
Lady. I lost. It's a battle. I suck.
Stay down.
So this is Uptown, huh?
Seems pretty fancy.
Inexpensive.
And judgy.
We don't belong here, do we?
No, we do not. on. Let's find that fashion lady and ask her about the dude in the photo.
Is this the place?
Let's find out. Hey! Do any of you ladies know a Habari?
They're not answering. Maybe they're busy.
Well, they don't have to be rude.
Let's come back later. Dork.
We need something gold to make that weirdo fashion designer show up.
But we're so poor.
Let's try the pawn shop in the toy district. Maybe we can trade him something.
Like a knuckle sandwich.
Now you're talking.
This is a pawn shop? Looks pretty empty.
We have to head downstairs. It's in the basement.
Can't we take the elevator?
Yeah. No, wait. It's broken.
I'm not used to walking this much.
whining and keep fighting.
How many floors have we gone down? 6? 12?
3.
Ugh.
Hello. Yeah, I have to do my part-time kitty sitting job in a couple hours, just killing some time. I should be back for the TGS streams because it's going to be a Basara event where they're probably not going to talk about anything interesting whatsoever besides the stupid phone game. And then right after that is Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate, so I'm going to restream both of those events.
Do you ever wonder why everyone in our town is so violent?
That's not till 9 o'clock my time, it's another like 6.5 hours.
Like everywhere we go, all day long.
I guess so. What's your point?
Nothing.
working again. Let's move it, Kyoko. No Joko.
Don't ever say that. You're so cool, Misako.
Tell me something I don't.
I saw the being able to change the sacred treasures coming, because you've been able to do that for Cheat Engine for like a year now. I was doing that for a while before they patched the game a couple times and the values stopped working. That made the game a lot more fun. All the shit sacred treasures weren't required anymore.
Yo, lady! Here's a golden cat for you. Nice.
Hi,
Ah, how did that not kill her in one cycle? Get over here. I hate this fight so much. Die! She had like no health left going to the third phase and just didn't go in it for whatever reason.
I'm a fashion dote.
All your fans.
Dude, this same people keep offering me the same game I don't want. Why do they keep offering it to me? I don't want it. It looks like a really lame game. They keep offering it to me, I keep rejecting it, and they keep giving it to me again. Like, do you really want me to play it that badly? Find someone else who wants to play it. I've had them, like, offer me the same game, like, 10 times. It's like, if I didn't accept it the first 9 times, I'm not going to play it on the 10th time. They need to find someone else who wants to play it, because I don't. I get annoyed with that. And then, like, all the like, random mailing lists that I get on, and they want me to play, like, these random, like, walking sim horror games that look like amateur Unity projects. Like, why would I want to play that? They don't even like look at your channel to see if you even play those kinds of games to begin with. They just throw them at like any content creator they can find an email for and basically beg you to play it. It's like, I'm pretty sure you can find people who want to play horror games on their stream and send it to them. But they don't even put in the effort to do that. They just send it to everybody. It's such a waste of resources to do that. I mean, I'm thankful when I actually get sent like a shmup or like a beat 'em up or something. It's like you can tell they like actually bother to take like a couple minutes to like look at my channel and see like the kinds of games that I play. But when they just send me like random walking sim stuff that I have no interest in playing, it's like, I mean, I just hope that they give those keys to someone else. Like, there are people who are interested in those games. I'm just not one of them. I'm glad we get more email spam than like paper spam now. At least we're saving the environment. Can't imagine like being a content creator and getting just like stacks and stacks of envelopes with Steam codes for really shitty games that you would never play. No, they just want people to play their games and give them publicity, but they can't even be bothered to like actually look at the content creator's like channel and see if it's something that they would actually ever play. It's like it wastes my time and it wastes their time. I understand how bad the indie market is right now, and just getting people to like sit down and play your game is difficult. I totally understand that, but if you're gonna give out keys to people, you should give it to people who will actually play the game. There's a market for everything, but you shouldn't be wasting your time. Like, I don't like horror games. I never have and I never will. I'm not going to play them. I can't imagine how many of those emails like the really big channels get, because then they get like really desperate, even though they have a better chance of winning the lottery than actually being featured on those channels.
その手
セカンドクローズディバイド
やりますね。やりますね。夢が甘い。
ブレイクダウン
まだまだ未熟肉体は鍛えるほう
ファーストクローズディバイド
なかなかの腕だ。なかなかのくだらないなかなかの
見せてやるぞまるで
セカンドクローズディバイド
くだらないくだらない捉えられない好奇演劇やるの隠す不全だ見せてやるぞくだらないまだまだ無を極出ろ焦がれたインスレーターこの時を
ファーストクローズディバイド
まだまだ
セカンドクローズディバイド
まだまだ拳に常識
オブリテレートタスクに行こう。
参る
ファーストクローズディバイド
緊急回避。カバリン。近づく。ファルスグラインドギンタハイド。近づく。ありえない。危ない。オブデートに近づく。行かない。
その
セカンドクローズディバイド
まだまだまだまだ未熟やがて
ファースト ストクローズディバイド
Oh, that guy has other more important things to do than play video games, I guess.
やめセカンドクローズディバイド
まだまだ未熟。肉体は混沌のものよ。
片付けを始めよう
いざ勝負。
ファーストクローズディバイド セカンドクローズディバイド
見せてやるぞ。まだまだどうしさあ試合を
ファーストクローズディバイド
まるで遊び。
セカンドクローズディバイド
やるな。まだまだこれほどか。やるな。
Well, it was not the primary source of income for him, and he has regular life, I guess. I don't know. People move on. It's honestly not a bad decision. This site is getting worse and worse by the day, so I respect the decision to not keep doing it. I just keep doing it because it's my passion, and it does support me financially. At least in the way of like getting new games and getting groceries sometimes. That's enough for me, but not everybody has such low standards. Being a content creator takes a lot of time, and most people don't make any money off it at all.
ディバイド無効する
Not everybody can stick with it.
First ファーストクローズディバイド セカンドクローズディバイド サードクローズディバイド
Hate this dude, man. Damn, that was a long time ago. That was like 10 years ago. Oh.
ゲームオーバー
Yo!
Yeah, Wonder Piero, he just kind of stopped. He just didn't want to do it anymore. And I've been on the brink of doing that a lot, but I realize this helps a lot of people. It also helps me manage my mental illness, and it does support me financially. I don't make much doing this at all, but at the very least, it's enough to, like, pay for all the games and stuff, and have a little extra money on the side. I mean, that's good enough for me. But I also don't depend on this for my primary income, and it mostly just supplements, the gaming side of my life. And, sometimes it pays for groceries and stuff like that, but other than that, it really doesn't. I don't really depend on the money from the channel. If I was, then I would have had to stop a long time ago. And I guess he just has, what I understand, he has a pretty good job, so I guess he doesn't really need to be messing around on here. It's very time consuming to make videos, so just because something, you see like a 5-minute video of raw gameplay or something, it usually takes like several hours, if not dozens of hours, to get to that point, depending on the game. And people tend to forget about that. They think that you just record, you just push the record button and make money. There's a lot more to it than that. I mean, admittedly, I do that a lot, but I have to play a lot off camera. I have to understand the game and learn how to play it, and then get to the point where I can actually explain it to other people and help people with guides, and none of that stuff comes instantly. So sometimes people just can't really bother to put that time in. It's very minimal payback for all the time you put in. And some people can deal with it because they have other income, or they have like a significant other, their family members paying for a lot of their expenses. But if you're by yourself, it's really not a smart idea to go full-time content creation. It's pretty much a good way to go homeless or starve, or both, unless you get really lucky. It doesn't really matter how good your content is, you're still basically at the mercy of luck, no matter how you slice it. I know a lot of people that have really good streams, they're excellent at the games, and they have a fun personality, and they're entertaining to watch, and they have like, maybe they peak at like 10 viewers. And there's people out there that have like the personality of a soap dish, or they're assholes, and they suck at the games, and they have like tens of thousands of viewers watching them. So there's no like a real formula behind it. Some people just get lucky and some don't. And for the people that don't, or people that don't make enough to, I guess in their eyes, consider keeping going, then that's definitely a good time to stop. So I respect him for not doing that, not doing it anymore. He's also said, last time I talked to him, he said that he just hasn't liked the last few Koei games, and I can totally understand that. The quality has been all over the place, and there just hasn't been a lot of application for high-level gameplay, so I think that's part of it too.
The King of Fighters 14. Member select. Stage select.
Ready, go!
全開で行くときだよ。おりゃ、お前ら。ほら、ほら。受けろ、このブロー。 受けろ、このブロー。
How's it coming along? I need to go in for a kitty sitting shift in like 2 hours. I'm just chilling right now. And then tonight is the Basara and Warriors of Orochi 4 Ultimate streams, so I'll be re-streaming those. That's at like 9 o'clock, so about 5.5 hours. They're probably just going to talk about that shitty phone game. Honestly, that's probably all they're going to mention. And people are hopeful that they'll have something because there's supposed to be an interview after the main, like, event that they're doing, but that doesn't mean anything either. They'll find some way to talk about that stupid phone game for, like, an hour. I mean, generally they only do interviews when there's actually something of note to talk about, but they're really promoting that stupid phone game, so I am not getting my hopes up at all. A lot of people are really excited for it, and I think that they're setting their expectations too high. It's like, it's possible, but it's still implausible. They're still talking about that game. We went through this last time. Last time, they back in May, they did the Basara Festival, and everyone was excited, myself included, and they announced a stupid phone game. There hadn't been anything in 3 years, and they come back with a phone game that has, like, no gameplay. I would like to be proven wrong. I'd like them to actually show that there's some kind of sign of life in the franchise besides a shitty phone game, but I don't know. I've been trained at this point to not expect anything and can't be disappointed that way. Honestly, I would like them to just port the old games to the Switch and localize them. At this point, I would be totally happy with that. I'm totally cool with them just porting the old games and just letting us play them on, like, Switch and PC. But they're not even going to be bothered to do that.
Chun-Li.
Chun-Li reporting for battle.
Dante.
Hey there.
Iron Man. Only one team will be left standing. Fight! First attack.
Dante!
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3,
Hesitate and you'll lose!
Chun-Li,
谢谢。
Dante, Believe, Fight, Thrive.
What's up, Gro?
Ready. Fight.
Yeah, you're doing all the video re-uploading, right? I'm gonna stream it myself. I love this game, man. I wish this game hadn't had such a shitty, just a shitty life cycle. This is like one of my favorite Capcom fighting games. I like this game much more than 3. Although I did get the balance hack for 3. I should try that a little more.
Who will prevail?
Game has good netcode. I really like the gameplay. Battle for the Grid is kind of my replacement for this game. I love that game just as much as this.
Ready. Fight.
My sights! Let's go to town! Time to give these guys a show. Jackpot! I win again.
Poor Dante, man. Before you got DMC5, you're in this game and you had like a terrible plastic surgery mishap.
Fight. Try.
Overdosed on Botox or something. What the hell happened to him and Chun-Li, man, this game? The memes were so bad they actually had to go in and fix Chun-Li's face.
Ready. Fight.
Give up. How about it, Cole? Over here.
There's more to fighting than brute strength.
Only one team will be left standing. Ready. Fight.
I remember when someone found the leaked picture of the DMC Dante or the Dante costume, and people thought it was a hoax. They didn't think that they would make the Dante's face situation worse, but they somehow did, and yet that costume actually looks a lot better. Like, the Dante costume looks a lot better than the actual Dante, the default one. I still love this game though, like gameplay-wise, and the time I had playing it online was far more enjoyable than anything else I played because the netcode actually freaking works.
Ready.
It's not trash like every other Japanese game.
Let's go! Shut up and We're gonna mess you up! Jackpot! I win again.
I still need to beat the story for this because I hear Dante's like the main character, and some people say it was like supposed to be a hint at them making DMC 5. So I kind of want to do that at some point. Not right now, but maybe later on.
Ready. Fight. Your end. Eliminate you. Reality zone. Activating. No. Fantastic.
There's more to fighting than brute strength.
Also, this is like the best version of Chun they've had in any versus game. They actually made her not garbage for once. Like, they gave her a ton of bounces. She does pretty good damage, too. It's just hard to play. Chun's consistently been ass in pretty much every Marvel game.
This guy.
Ready. Fight. Burn to death. Target locked. Contemptuous fool, we will erase you!
Unification! Julius!
I hate this boss fight. It's not fun, you can't stagger him. Here's your great ending. Nothing.
Black Widow.
I've got intel on our target.
Dante.
Hey there.
Strider Hiryu.
You do this your way, I'll do it mine.
Iron Who will prevail? Fight!
Paralyzer! Target locked! This will wake you up!
Good!
How's it taste? Hear you!
Black Widow! Black Widow!
Nowhere to hide. Easy target.
I don't remember how to play as this character. The game pretty much died like right after she came out. Such a short lifespan, such a fun game. I really liked it more than Marvel 3. It's just a shame they freaking lied and they said that they were gonna fix the roster later on. They're like, oh, it's called Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because we plan to keep supporting the game. And bullshit, that didn't happen. They're like, oh, basically we're saying like, oh, the roster's trash now, but we'll make it better later on. They never did. It's basically just shilling all the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies and nothing else. Even the Capcom roster sucks. No one really wanted like Arthur and Chris back. Or Spencer, and or Frank West. They're all in there anyway. And the roster's like 80% recycled, even though they did add a lot of cool new mechanics to everybody that did come back. Still, like, basically nothing. I hear rumors that they're working on a fourth one. I hope they don't go back to Marvel 3 style. I really like the tag mechanic. That was the whole reason I bought that game. Like, even though I would like the gameplay that I saw, I was like, oh, well, if they're going to add more characters later on, sure, I'll buy it. And then they never actually did. They added the 6 characters and then stopped. I honestly hope their next game just does not deal with Marvel at all. Just skip all that. Just do, like, Capcom All-Stars. That's what everybody's been saying. Just don't even bother having to deal with Disney. They have a more than enough, like, excellent franchises and IPs under their hood. They don't need Marvel. I don't want that to come back. I really didn't like Marvel 3. I don't like the X Factor. The X Factor just felt so lame. It felt like you cheated when you won, and then when you lost, it felt BS too. It's like it wasn't really satisfying just having an anchor and then just doing level 3 X Factor and doing a basic air combo and doing like 90% of their health. And it was really annoying to get killed by that too after fighting your heart out the whole match. I like the roster. I like that the game is definitely a labor of love compared to Marvel Infinite, but I like the gameplay in Infinite so much more. And the netcode actually works too. Marvel 3, the netcode was terrible. Now, even if I had liked that game, there really wouldn't have been a way for me to play it. And that's kind of what's been going on in the FGC right now, is people are saying that the netcode is so bad it actively prevents people from playing the games, and I definitely agree there. I grew up in the arcades. I grew up playing locally, face to face with actual people, and none of that stuff was ever an issue. And then as soon as like the 360 came out, started to realize that wanting fighting games to be like playable online at home was a monkey's paw wish. Like 1 out of every 10 fighting games has serviceable netcode, and the rest are like barely playable. And unless you're lucky enough to live in a place with an arcade or a local scene or gaming lounge or something, you can't play. I love fighting games. Fighting games is like one of the main reasons why I have this channel in the first place, but I've definitely kind of fallen out of love with them lately because it's just so hard to play them online. The only real enjoyable experiences I've had with net play this whole past 2 gens has been pretty much Marvel Infinite and Battle for the Grid. Like those games actually have really good netcode. You can actually play those games like online, and you can play offline and not have your timings all messed up. And those are like some of the only games available right now, besides that and Skullgirls, that like actually allow you to do that. Like I won a tournament, a local tournament in Fresno, and I had never played a person like locally at Battle for the Grid at all. My whole experience with it was playing it online. That's how good the netcode is. And it's a shame like the Japanese companies can't do anything like that. Everybody's already saying that the new Guilty Gear looks nice, but it's probably going to have the same shitty netcode, so good luck playing it. I mean, yeah, it looks nice at all, but are they actually going to try to fix the problem of not being able to play them online without hating yourself? That's what they need to solve, and they don't do that. I wouldn't be surprised if it has the same shitty delay-based netcode. I would not be surprised at all if it comes out and people still can't play unless they're like right next to each other. I would love to be proven wrong there, but everything points to them not changing anything. It's still going to be the same bad netcode. I'm trying to figure out if I want to play anything else with my arcade stick or put it away. No, the light side, I think they actually did have plans to to continue to support Ultimate, but I think they were Infinite, but there were just like a number of legal problems and stuff that prevented them from doing it. I know one of which was at the time when they were making the game is that the X-Men were still off limits for most properties because Fox owned it. So I think that's part of the problem as well. Is the X-Men are such a big part of the Versus series legacy. They always have been. And I feel like maybe they realized, like, you know, they could still support the game, but they could not they could have not had the X-Men in there until like a couple months ago this year. So they would have had to support the game for like 3 years with characters before they could add the X-Men. And it probably would have been well past its lifespan, even if the game had been received well. Well, I imagine that was probably a big part of it. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I think if they had kept adding characters to the game, people would have just kept asking where the X-Men were, and they wouldn't have been able to add them. Like they're trying to get them into the movies, and they're making like TV shows and stuff with them again now. No, I think if they had put out Marvel Infinite, like they had like started working on it like last year, and it'd come out like maybe early next year, it probably would have been a lot better. Like the same gameplay, but not such ugly graphics, and then have like the X-Men and stuff in it. But I guess at the time that they were making it, like 2015, 2016, there just wasn't a whole lot that could be done. I still love playing it. I like just playing the arcade mode and just messing around with the combo system. But if I did want to play online, I actually would be able to play it, unlike literally everything else. Dragon Ball FighterZ is just an exercise in frustration to play because the netcode is so bad and it's just rampant with rage quitters. I can honestly understand how much people rage quit in that game because the matches are so damn long. It just starts to really... It's a mentally and physically exhausting game to play. I understand why people do it, but it's just like ridiculous in that game, and there's no penalty for it at all. The couple months I was playing that game on Switch and stuff, it was just like, it felt like it was like 70% rage quitters and like 30% people who could like actually take the loss and accept it. I'm gonna unplug my stick, hold on. I kind of fell out with this game because everything has like 50 billion HP, but I have a cheat engine script to increase the damage output as much as I want, so I figured I'd give it another chance.
Be lucky.
What can I do for you, dearie? Do come again.
Vito, the only reason I went back to this is because I have a cheat engine script to increase the damage output as much as I want. So I can get past all the shitty, like, escort missions and stuff. The babysitting without having to make it take an hour. And then once I get past that point, I can probably turn it off. I like this game for what it was, but I just got tired of doing, like, pixels of damage all the time. And apparently it doesn't get better until you get close to the end. Also, the PC version runs much better, at least for me. I've seen a lot of people saying that it runs poorly. I haven't had any issues at all. It's been like a pretty stable 60. It's way better than the PS4 version. I know with this class you can actually stun lock them to death with the counter. That's kind of why I wanted to try the game again.
Come again.
Also, I had the money this month.
Let's go.
He's doing like shit damage. We'll go to the other place.
Leave it to me.
Let's go.
Yeah, I hear the cheat engine table definitely makes this game better in both ways. Like, once you get to the end and you're just, like, one-shotting everything, you can actually turn your damage down. And at the beginning, or the really shitty parts of the game, like, all those ones where you have to, like, protect the king and stuff, you can just pump your damage multiplier up, get through it faster. Yeah, you're starting to level up more now.
Here we go. Hold on to your hats. Gigagash! All right. Let's go.
Leave it to me.
I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm all yours.
I think
I don't remember how to leave. That's what I don't like about this game, man. It's like, why does everything have like 50 billion health? Won't let me leave. Might start using that multiplier sooner than later.
What are you doing? Get up! Here we go! Hold on to your hats! Gigagash!
This game, man, I like how they just one-shot you, and it takes like 50 trillion hits to kill them. How do I just leave the battle? Can't just leave? It's been like 10 minutes and he's down like 20% health. It's stupid. No reason for them to have this much fucking health. How do I leave? I wonder when was the last time it saved. Oh, that just kicks me out of the game completely. That's great. Oh, it didn't save anything. When the hell is the autosave? Wow. When the hell does it autosave? I was playing for like 20 minutes and it didn't save at all. That's stupid. Wow. Why did it not autosave?
Godspeed.
That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, I gotta do all this again. The fuck was that? Why did it not save? I don't know, I played this game for like 15 hours on the PS4 version and I was never like not doing pixels. Just got boring after a while. Like, why do they take so long to kill?
How goes indeed? Use it wise. Focus always. Welcome, my child. Be all that you can be. All that you can be. May you find your true calling.
Well, hello. Don't be a stranger.
No, I'll play this later. That was just a total buzzkill. Make sure it fucking saves now. What's the point of an autosave if it just, like,
Welcome, child.
randomly doesn't do it?
Let us pray.
Pissed me off, man. The boss had, like, 50 billion health for no reason. Every boss in this game does. I think if I just put it on like 1.5 times damage, I'll actually like playing this game. It's not like it's a bad game, it's just constant HP sponges all the time is just really exhausting. The enemies don't have enough attacks to warrant them having that much health. It just feels like padding, and then they give you the escort missions. I'm probably going to use like 10 times damage on the escort missions and just one-shot everything. So I'm not doing that shit otherwise. I don't know, I played through like half the game with one class on the PS4 and I was still doing no damage. And eventually I just got tired of it to the point where I stopped playing. And I was enjoying the moment-to-moment gameplay, I just don't like games where everything is an HP sponge.
Pause.
Actually, I feel like playing BP right now. I don't feel like playing story. But the damage multiplier does work. I did test it out on my friend's game share before I bought it yesterday, so I'll probably just use that at the beginning and just get past all the boring parts, and then I shouldn't need it anymore. It seems like it's a really fun game when you actually get to the point where you're not doing no damage, but it's just really hard to get to that point. Maybe I wasn't playing the game properly or something. That's why I wanted to try it again. Failed the block. There we go. How many hours to the announcement? 4.5 hours. Yeah, announcement of nothing. Eat it! This game's so awesome, man. This is like one of my favorite character action games of all time. It's always satisfying to pull off cool shit in this game because it just has so much visual feedback when you do it. Bikini Zabi is what they're going to announce. That's going to really rake in the loot box money. If that won't, what will? The rider kick is so badass. Totally Kabuto's rider kick. He also says clock up sometimes when you use the overclock mechanic. That's why it has the Fi's Axel Mode countdown, because the creator of this is actually a Kamen Rider fan. I'm starting to get hungry, so I think I'm gonna, no, the controls are all messed up. Weird. I'm gonna make a snack. I actually have to go and check on the kitties very soon. So I'm gonna leave you guys there. I think what the plan is right now, probably around like 8:30, maybe 8 o'clock, I'll come back and I'll probably just play some random games like this. And then I will go ahead and I'll restream the TGS, because it's going to be Basara, them announcing jack shit, and then there's going to be the Warriors Orochi 4 Ultimate is going to be on the KT stream immediately after. So I will stream both. I'll probably stream something in the corner, probably play like, I don't know, Assault Spy or something in the corner, so you guys have something to watch, because most of it's going to be them talking. You know how like Japanese game presentations are. They have like random voice actors and stuff there, and they say like everything is sugoi, even when it's just like somebody mashing the square button. It's probably not going to be anything of note, but might be able to dissect some of the like new mechanics and stuff. So I'm interested in checking it out. I know that they'll hopefully show some of the new Infinite mode. That's what I'm mostly interested in, because I really like playing Warriors Orochi 4. I still turn it on and play it sometimes just because the gameplay is fun, but it's definitely like lacking in an end game. So I'm curious to see like how it works and like if it actually has any equivalent rewards. Like, are they going to add like an accessory system or what? I hope that they'll start talking about that soon. And if we're going to hear anything anytime soon, it's going to be there. Yeah, they always have like some random person there saying sugoi, like every time the other player is just like the voice actors just like mashing buttons, and like, man, those are like, those people are like what video games are actually for. Like, people who are just like excited by everything. Like, they still have that like sense of wonder and amazement that that we don't have, because we've been playing this shit for like 30 years. But in terms of like actually seeing anybody good playing, it's pretty rare. Although the Neo, they did the Neo 2 stream last night, and I don't know who it was playing. I think it was somebody from the development team, but they were actually pretty good, and they were explaining the mechanics and stuff. So I hope that we'll get someone of equivalent like gameplay skill level tonight. Yeah, I was watching the Oni-chan Bara one, and they were doing that exact same thing, like saying everything was sugoi, like when the guy was just like mashing buttons. I'm like sitting there trying to like dissect the mechanics, and it's just so hard to do when they're not even like attempting to use what's like available, the tools that are available. But that game actually looks pretty solid. I like the new counters, look pretty cool. The only thing I dislike about that new Oni-chan game so far is that it doesn't seem like you actually tag anymore. You actually just switch perspective to the other character. So it doesn't work like Assault Spy, that game I was just playing, or like Orochi or anything like that, where you actually switch to the character. So I don't know how much of a tag combo friendly game it's going to be, but it's possible they have some other mode. Like I said, it's very hard to tell from like their streams and stuff. Anyway, I am gonna grab a snack. I have to go hang out with the kitties for at least an hour, and then I'll come back probably around like 8 or so. I'll come back and I'll restream everything. I don't know if I'll be able to stream it on here. Actually, let me check right now. I'm not going to get banned for streaming the Basara obituary to 5 people. So I want to see if anyone has actually been streaming it on here. I don't think it should be an issue, but I might just stream it on Twitch instead. Alright, I see someone here was streaming the Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and doesn't seem like anything happened to them. But go ahead and follow me on Twitch anyway. I'm probably just going to do it over there to be safe. I don't want to get like a strike or something. Totally not worth it. Well, I only see like 1 or 2 people streaming it, and the rest are like actually the official channels. So follow me on Twitch if you can, if you haven't already, and I'll probably come back after my shift. I just need to go over there and feed them, clean the litter box, and just hang out with them for an hour. So I'm probably going to play some Unist, because I'm actually kind of trying to get into that game. I'm going to play that on Vita, and I'll probably play some more around 8. So see you then.